Homologous recombination is an important pathway involved in the repair of double-strand DNA breaks. Homologous recombination is the exchange of genetic material between two strands of DNA that contain long stretches of similar base sequence. This pathway occurs in late S phase or G2 phase. When DNA is irradiated, the double-strand break. The first step is to cut back one strand on each side of the break with an endonuclease, making a tree overhang, in order to create single-strand regions which are necessary for subsequent strand invasion.
Next, the mRNA complex is the protein that involves in the in-end section. The single-stranded DNA is covered with RPA, a single-strand binding protein immediately. The RPA is then displaced by a central protein in HR, namely RAD51. Thus, this causes the nucleoprotein filament of DNA coated with RAD51 to be formed. The nucleoprotein then undergoes the search for homologous DNA and strand evasion. Several RAD51 paralogs help with RAD51B, RAD51C, RAD51D, SRCC2, and SRCC3. Thus, it will form a D loop.
Then, helicases including BLM and other members of the RADQ family, possibly with the help of RAD54, then enlarge the subsequent bubble structure, which is branch migration. The necessary DNA synthesis is carried out with the DNA polymerase. One of the replicative polymerase is the likely candidate. However, since HR is mostly an error-free process, like replication, although some of the less accurate translation synthesis polymerase have also been implicated in this process. Then, the holiday junction is formed.
The bubble structure formed then needs to be resolved by cutting the DNA at the holiday junction. This is the cutting point here. Then this process is carried out by the enzyme which called resolvases. We have two formations, one is without crossover, another one is with crossover. Crossover is more common when we compare to without crossover of the homologous DNA. So finally, the DNA ends with ligation is probably with the enzyme that we call ligase 1, since eliminating the gene L1G1 reduces repair by homologous recombination.